Even slowly, like the heart of the end. Down past the pavement, past the lies they gave you, to the dark where truth, the undeniable proof, deep root. They see the branches, my leaves in the wind, my reach for the light. They call me ambitious, they call me a fighter, they call my flight a miracle, but they don't see the anchor, the tangle, stubborn weed that holds me steady in the hurricane, that makes me believe, yeah. I can bend and not break, it's not in the show, it's in the silence, dark spread. A network of stories of struggles of long dead ancestors, but speaking through my veins is the taste of my grandmother's stew. In my own cooking is the way I say home in an accent that's true to a dirt road I've never seen it. When the world tries to shake me to tell me I'm just passing through, I go quiet, I listen, I feel the ancient pulling you of a love that's older than nations. It's a hum in the marrow of song. These deep roots are what make me impossibly strong and impossibly soft. These are my deep roots, running to the center of the earth, a lineage of resilience that determined my worth. Long before I was born, they drink from a river of tears and of pride, from a history they tried to bury, but it never died. It just grew deeper, my deep roots are my compass, my core. They don't tie me down, they're the reason I can soar, and nowhere to return, they're the whisper in the chaos, the calm, the sweet dark soil of I am, from which I bloom. My father's callous hands are in the strength of my own grip, my mother's patient silence in the words I let you slip. Hold inside the laughter of my cousins in a summer long since past, is the rhythm of my joy now, a melody built to last. The pain of those before me, the dreams they had to defer, all the fertilizer now, making my own dreams stir. With a fierce of hunger, I am not a self-made man, that's a lie. I'm a harvest, I'm a testament to those who had to try and try again on this land, yeah. So when I stand tall, it's not just me standing alone in the sun. It's a forest behind me, a battle fought, a victory won by 1,000 silent warriors. I feel them in my stand. These deep roots are my inheritance, my second chance to bloom for them all, yeah. These are my deep roots, running to the center of the earth, a lineage of resilience that determined my worth. Long before I was born, they drink from a river of tears and of pride, from a history they tried to bury, but it never died. It just grew deeper, my deep roots are my compass, my core. They don't tie me down, they're the reason I can soar, and nowhere to return, they're the whisper in the chaos, the calm, the sweet dark soil of I am, from which I bloom. You can cut the branch, you can burn the leaves, you can curse my name, but you'll never reach the taproot. You'll never tame the flame that burns in the underworld of who I truly be. It's connected to a source that's as deep as any sea, and it feeds me in the drought, in the storm, in the coldest night. My deep roots hold the water, they hold the warmth, they hold the light. They are my true well, not in a bank, but in the ground of my soul. They make me limitless, and they make me whole. These are my deep roots, I feel in me the earth's own pole, in a shake away moon, where every problem's just a convo. Before growing stronger, they drink from rivers you can't see, a history of glory that is flowering in me. Deep roots on my compass, my unbreakable true core. They don't hold me back, they're the reason I was born to whisper and the roar, the chaos and the calm, the sacred secret singing soil of I am. I stand on them, I rise from them, I am them, I bloom, I bloom, I bloom, I bloom.
The unwavering strength and deep identity, they come from a conscious connection to one's own family, cultural, and spiritual history. Deep Roots celebrates this foundation not as a burden, but as the source of resilience, direction, and power that allows one to grow tall without losing oneself.
I bloom.
Yes, music.
Your smile after rain on this particular clay, the shape of the hills at the end of the day. It's in the tongue, in the walk, in the way the blood understands. Native land, it's not just a pin on a map, it's a fingerprint on the soul. A specific kind of sky that makes you feel inexplicably whole. It's the dirt that got under your nails when you were just a child, building empires of mud where your imagination ran wild. Free is the creek that taught you the sound of constant gentle going. It's the old oak that knew all your secrets with its deep green knowing. And it's patience. You can live in 1,000 cities, sleek and grand, but your bones will always hum for a different older brand. Quiet, they calls you in dreams, with the scent of jasmine or pine, with the taste of a fruit you can't find on any vine. In the supermarket world, it's a geography of feeling, a compass point that's in your DNA, and it's revealing itself when you're tired. When you're lost, you close your eyes, and you're there on your native land, under its skies, and you breathe. This is my native land. It's the cradle and the clay. It's the first story I was told at the end of the day. It's the rhythm of the language that my heart still speaks inside. When formality falls away and there's no reason left to hide. My accent, native land, your frequency, not offense. A resonance of belonging that makes the deepest sense. When everything else is noise, you're the root of every why. I love this way, I breathe this way. I look up at the sky with this particular oh, you're not just where I'm from. You're the soul that grows to me that I become. Everywhere I go, I carry you. They say home is where the heart is, but my heart is on map, with a river running through it, and a mountain for a cap, and a valley where the memories are buried sweet and deep. Even when I'm angry at its flaws, the promises it couldn't keep. I miss it, I miss the way the lights dance in a certain golden hour. I miss the particular cadence of a neighbor's greeting sour, or sweet as the backdrop of my being, the first canvas ever shown. My native land is in my marrow, in my muscle, in my bone. It's my mother tongue, a landscape, and returning isn't always easy, cause the place has changed and you have changed with the second your feet touch that ground. The old you and the new you make a peace treaty, mediated by the soil, by the unchained song of the birds, by the eternal toil of the waves of the wind. It says you're different, but you're mine, and I am. This is my native land. It's the cradle and the clay. It's the first story I was told at the end of the day. It's the rhythm of the language that my heart still speaks inside. When formality falls away and there's no reason left to hide. My accent, native land, your frequency, not offense. A resonance of belonging that makes the deepest sense. When everything else is noise, you're the root of every why. I love this way, I breathe this way. I look up at the sky with this particular oh, you're not just where I'm from. You're the soil that grows on me that I become. Everywhere I go, I carry you. Yeah. Maybe native land isn't ownership, but a form of being known by a piece of the planet that has into your spirit song. It's essence you are, its ambassador, its memory, its child. Even when you criticize it, your love is reconciled by your sheer persistent dareness. So I carry this land in my gait, in my stories and the love I make, in the weight of my nostalgia. It is my first and final geography, the ground of being where my soul runs wild and free and returns to it. You are my native land, my cradle, my foundation's clay. The first breath I was given on my very first day. The rhythm in my heartbeat is the rhythm of your tide, or your harvest or your mountain stride. No more David, no, you are the frequency that tunes my soul. You make me make the deepest sense, you make me feel whole. In a fractured world, you're the root of all my why I walk this way, I talk this way, beneath this same white sky. Wherever I am, you're not just where I started from. You're the soul of the universe from which I come. I carry you. The visceral and unwavering connection to the land where one was born or raised, which shapes your identity on a profound level. Ooh. storm came and washed the soil away, left the secret parts on display. Gnarly, twisted, vulnerable, bare, exposed roots in the harsh air. I built my life on top of them, covered them with pretty side, with accomplishments and pleasantries, with a careful practice. Not to the past, I paved the patio right over where the pain began. Planted flowers of distraction, became a self-made woman, man. But the hurricane of truth came, a loss of failure, a hard look that eroded all the topsoil, left me trembling by the brook of my own history. And there they were, the tangled, ugly rock and naked roots of everything I never liked. I saw in my foundation. At first it was just shame the world could see my messy, damaged core. The poverty of spirit, the incest could festering. So I'd hidden, I wanted to rebury them, to hide the gnawed design. But the rain had done its work and the roots were now a sign. I couldn't ignore it, exposed for everyone to judge and see. The real unvarnished, complicated, struggling part of me. These are my exposed roots, twisted, darkened in the light. No more hiding in the darkness, no more claiming I'm alright from just the leaves. This is where the hunger truly grew. This gnarly, thirsty tangle is the making of the true me. Exposed roots, you're embarrassing, you're humble, you're a mess. You tell a story of survival, of a constant tough cares from a hard world. You show the scars that dropped the bends from stone, the places where I had to grow completely on my own. Exposed roots, now that you're seen, I can't pretend I'm just a bloom. I have to own a tangled, dirty, buried, crowded room of my becoming. It's terrifying and it's real. People walk by, some point and whisper, some just quickly look away. Some see their own roots in mine and have no clever word to say. Just a knowing glance, the strong, some beats on parts that should be deep and shielded. I feel sunburn on my soul, I wanna weep and cover up, but in the exposure something strange begins to feed. A new kind of photosynthesis born of this naked need to be authentic. The roots harden in the air, grow tougher skin. They stop being just a secret and they let new growth begin from a place of truth. Maybe being seen in your full, complicated, flawed design is the only way to finally properly align with who you're meant to be. Not the curated perfect tree, but the resilient, exposed and honestly, authentically messy living thing. These are my exposed roots, twisted, darkened in the light. No more hiding in the darkness, no more claiming I'm alright from just the leaves. This is where the hunger truly grew. The thirsty tangle is the making of the true me. Exposed roots, you're embarrassing, you're humble, you're a mess. You tell a story of survival, of a constant tough cares from a hard world. You show the scars that dropped the bends from stone, the places where I had to grow completely on my own. Exposed roots, now that you're seen, I can't pretend I'm just a bloom. I have to own the tangled, dirty, buried, crowded room of my becoming. It's terrifying and it's real. So I won't landscape over them, I won't import new foreign soil. I let them be exposed, I let the tourists of opinion talk. I understand them, these roots are my truth, they held me in the storm. Their exposure isn't weakness, it's a different, braver form. They're talking out to the sky, to anyone who cares to see. They say this is where life happens, in the struggle to be free and grounded all at once. My exposed roots are my testament, my vulnerability, my permanent brave settlement on this rocky earth. These are my exposed roots, twisted, darkened in the sun. The hiding time is over, the intending's done. This is where the hunger fed the woman I become. This to nod on this tangle is my overcome. Exposed roots, I'm not embarrassed. You're a badge, you're not a mess. You're a map of my endurance, of my will to coalesce into something living. You show the scars and I am part. That the records of the battle metal shot is strong and clear and loud. Exposed roots, now that you're seeing, I stand as wall. The bloom, the branch, the trunk, and this unshakable true soul in the dirt. I am seen. I am real. I am here.
I am here. Since you've been young, the vulnerability and strength that come with the most difficult, painful, or ugly parts of our history.
A one-room story, no need for glory, just a grit in the hand, the love in the land that made me. Humble origin. We didn't have a view, we had a fire escape instead. A tiny metal garden where we grew red tomatoes and oak. The floorboards creaked the language of their own. They knew the weight of dreams too heavy for the rent we could get through. My mother's hands were always chapped from cleaning others' homes. My father's laugh was loud enough to fill the shifting domes of our small sky. We measure wealth in seconds around the table, and stories told not in the labels that we couldn't affix to anything but our dignity. They taught me without speeches, just by how they face the day, that pride isn't in possession, it's in what you give away. In kindness, that your name is your first currency. Keep it clean, that humble doesn't mean you're small, it means you've truly seen the value in the simple things. My origin's not a scar, it's the North Star in my humble origin. This is my humble origin, the ground from which I grew. Not a mansion on a hill, but a fight to make it through. The weak with grace, it's the mended clothes that handed down the one. The lessons that you learn before your confidence is born. In anything but family, humble origin you gave a clarity that luxury could never ever say. You from need, you taught me how to spot the real from fake, how to build a feast from little for heaven's sake. Humble origin, you're not a lack, you're a different kind of wealth. A grounding in the substance, not the surface of myself. I carry it like a secret weapon, polished bright. I sit in boardrooms now with people who have never known the night. A worry I saw in my daddy's eyes. They talk about legacy in terms of stock and holdings. My legacy's the memory of my grandma on a stoop, shelling pieces and telling tales that built my moral compass, to set my inner sails. Or the true north of compassion, my humble origin speaks in my willingness to judge the strong or mock the weak. It's in my hands to still know how to fix a thing, to make, not just consume. When I feel lost in the glitter, in the noise and the intention, I go back to that fire escape in my mind, my oldest friend. I breathe the city air that smells of struggle and of might, and my humble origin aligns me with the true light of who I am. Yeah, yeah. This is my humble origin, the ground from which I grew. Not a mansion on a hill, but a fight to make it through. The weak with grace, it's the mended clothes that handed down the warmth. The lessons that you learn before your confidence is born. In anything but family, humble origin you get a clarity that luxury could never ever say. You from need, you taught me how to spot the real from fake, how to build a feast from little for heaven's sake. Humble origin, you're not a lack, you're a different kind of a wealth. A grounding in the substance, not the surface of myself. I carry like a secret weapon, polished bright. They say rise rise above your raising, but I don't wanna rise above the love that fed me in the lineage, the unshakable shove toward decency. I wanna bring it all with me to the top, to let my humble origin be the thing that makes me stop and see the human in the summary. So I wear it not ashamed, but as my core, my name isn't made by wealth or fame. It's made by the integrity that grew in that small space. My humble origin is my foundation, my saving grace, my greatest credential. This is my humble origin, the solid ground I knew, a palace built on love. Though the walls were maybe few, it was the mended fabric, the handed wisdom worn, the confidence that's earned before the ego is born. Humble origin, you gave me everything I need, a clarity that luxury could never plant a seed. Oh, you taught me how to build a real, not just to take, how to make a kingdom from the crumbs, for heaven's sake. Humble origin, you're my overflowing well, the very soul and substance of my truest, deepest self. I carry you, not as a weapon, but as my light. My life's central theme, the nobility, wisdom, and strength of character that come from a simple, hard-working background devoid of material wealth. Humbled origin celebrates the values, resilience, and love that are the true legacy of a modest child, transforming it into. The storm didn't kill it. The drought didn't still happen. It drank from the pain and grew stronger in the strain. Strength and root. I used to envy trees that grew in gentle, sheltered glens with perfect even soil and a fence to keep out winds of change. That root seemed soft, untested, pale and barely spread, while mine were constantly in battle with rocks and clay and lead in the ground. Every hardship was a stone I had to grip or grow around. Every heartbreak was a dry, desperate sip from a deep hidden well I had to find. I cursed my patch of earth for not being easier, for questioning my worth. But then the great storm came, the one that leveled pretty fields. The gentle trees upgraded, their shallow fortune revealed the weaknesses, and I stood not unharmed. My branches cracked and grown, but my foundation held in the devastation newly owned. I understood the struggle wasn't punishment or curse, it was the practice, the resistance, making my roots nurse on difficulty and grow stronger. These are my strength and roots, forged in adversity's fire. They don't just hold me steady, they are my deepest desire to thrive, and coded every setback was a lesson in the dark on how to push deeper to make a permanent mark on the bedrock. Strength and roots, you're a network built on you can't own, it's too hard, a relentless stubborn growth through the impossible. You're not pretty but you're tough as steel, you know how to find water when the surface doesn't feel like offering a drop. Strength and roots, you are my certainty that no matter what comes next, it cannot break the core of me. It only makes me stronger. I see the new trees planted now in their manicured soft beds. I wish for them an easier life with sunny days ahead. But a secret part of me pities their untested grace. They haven't met the monster in the underground's embrace, and when they haven't felt the power that comes from knowing how to bend and not to break, with sweat up on your brow and in your soul. My strength and roots are my most honest pride, a living, breathing history of everything I've tried and failed and tried again. Now when I feel a tremor, when the winds of change begin to blow, I don't feel afraid, I feel my roots digging. I feel them know the drill, they've been here before, they weather worse, they made a pact with resilience. This is just another simple proven fact of my strength in the strengthening. These are my strength and roots, forged in adversity's fire. They don't just hold me steady, my deepest desire, to thrive and let her reach. Setback was a lesson in the dark on how to push deeper to make a permanent mark. On the bedrock, strength and roots. You're a network built on no one you can on is too hard. On relentless, stubborn growth through the impossible. You're not pretty, but you're tough and still. You know how to find water when the surface doesn't feel like offering a drop. Strength and roots, you are my certainty that no matter what comes next, it cannot break the core of me. It only makes me stronger. Strength isn't something you're born with, it's something you collect. From every time you choose to fight, to heal, to resurrect. Your hope is woven in your roots with every tear you cried into the soil. So I thank the rocks, I thank the drought, I thank the wide. Gaping wounds of yesterday, you were my unwitting teachers. You were the brutal love and necessary features of my foundation. Because of you I cannot be moved. My strength and roots are proof that I have nothing left to prove. I am already strong. These are my strength and roots, fought in the holy fire. They are my steady heartbeat, my ultimate pure desire. Every setback was a curriculum in a beautiful dark. Every no is just a chisel helping me to make my mark on eternity. Strength and roots, you're a network built on victory. On I did, on I am, on my unedited true story. You're beautiful in your toughness, you're a masterpiece of steel. Find oasis in the desert. You know exactly how to feel. The coming rain, strength and roots. You are my absolute certainty that life can throw its worst at me, and I'll just grow stronger, wilder, freer, deeper me.
The music reaches a powerful climax and then settles into a deep, confident, an unwavering groove that continues like a strong heartbeat. Central theme, the idea that difficulties, rejections, and struggles do not weaken our foundations, but strengthen them.
Warm and organic beats like earth being turned, and dirty bass sounds of birds. Dripping water, a feeling of life and nourishment.
Where every end in turn begins again. The compost of what's been fertile soil. They look in my history, the mess, the chaos, the decay, the broken relationships, the dreams that led me astray, the failures turn amongst the tears that water barren ground. They see a wasted field where nothing beautiful is found. But they don't have my eyes, I see the nutrients released from every heartache decomposed, from every painful feast. On humility, I see the worms of wisdom turning it all over, making space for new, making the darkness fit. For see, this isn't ruined land, this is a treasure chest of everything I've lived and lost, now put to final rest, to become food for me. I don't run from the rock, I don't sanitize the past. I let it all break down, I let the transformation last as long as it needs. Because in this dark, forgiving long, it's the perfect balance, recipe for any seed to roam and find a home. This fertile soil is my greatest advantage, it's where my future's planted, with a wild, abundant courage. This is my fertile soil, the black gold of my soul, where every single never plays a necessary role in the growing. It's teeming with the microbes of my tears, with a mycelium of laughter from my younger years. Fertile soul, you don't judge what gets buried in your hole. You just turn it tenderly into stories to be told. Through new blooms you take the grief, the shame, the foolish pride. And you whisper, lie down here and let me be your guide to rebirth. Fertile soul, you are promise, you are potential. The womb of my resilience, my essential, confidential. Source of life, I can plant anything here and watch it rise. I sow seeds of new ventures in the soil of old mistakes. I water them with peace I make for heavens and my own sakes. The seeds don't fear the darkness, they know it's just a holding bed. For the light they'll reach for my past, not a ghost, it's compost spread. To nourish my tomorrows, the love that turned to sorrow here feeds the roots of my compassion, makes my empathy clear. And stronger betrayals that once poisoned, broken down to trace. Elements of boundary setting, giving my new trust its space and its strength. So I'll keep tilling, keep turning over memories with care. Not to resurrect the dead, but to let the nutrients air out and integrate. This fertile soil is a living, breathing thing. It's my personal ecosystem where my soul can always sing of growth. This is my fertile soil, the black gold of my soul, where every single never plays a necessary role. And the growing is teeming with the microbes of my tears, with a mycelium of laughter from my younger years. Fertile soil, you don't judge what gets buried in your hold. You just turn it tenderly into stories to be told. Through new blooms you take the grief, the shame, the foolish pride. And you whisper, lie down here and let me be your guide to rebirth. Fertile soil, you are promise, you are potential. The womb of my resilience, my essential, confidential. Source of life, I can plant anything here and watch it rise. Maybe happiness isn't a flower you find, but one you grow from the specific messy compound that only you can know. And I've created your pain is your private manure. Your joy, the sunlight, your will, the water, steady and pure. This fertile soul is your legacy to yourself. No one can take this rich, dark, magical substance that you alone can make. From your living soul, honor the rise, celebrate the decay. It's all becoming something beautiful in its own time, its own way. In this, your fertile soil. This is my fertile soul, my black gold, deep in hope. Every never was a fertilizer of my soul. It teems with life, with lessons, with a future bright and bold. The compost of my yesterday is a fortune to behold. Fertile soul, you're my alchemist, turning late to green. You take the shattered pieces of the life that might have been and make a garden. You are promise, you are pure potential, the sacred, secret, generative, essential, consequential, one of my becoming. I plant my dreams in you, and they grow true. They grow true. The song becomes a rich, satisfying harvest with warm strings and a deep groove that fades into the sound of earth being caressed. The central theme is transformation of negative past experiences into nutrients for future growth. Fertile soil is a powerful metaphor for the ability to use all of your history. You're special. Yeah. Beyond the seasons turn, beyond the bodies burn, there is a thread that goes when no one truly knows but feels. Eternal roots. This body is a temporary leaf upon a lasting branch. A single dancing moment in a cosmic timeless dance. I'll turn to dust, my name will fade from stone. My deeds may be forgotten, but what I'm part of, what I spring from, that will wither now. It's in the way my son's eyes crinkle just like my father's did. It's in the song my mother hummed, now sung by my own kid. It's in the stubborn hope that rises after empires fall. The same hope that my ancestors held, standing brave and tall against their storms. I am not just me, I am a current in a river wide and deep. A promise that the ancient ones agreed across time to keep. Alive my roots on in this century or in this patch of ground. They're in the star stuff and the stories, in a love that's always found a way to pass itself along. They are eternal, these are my eternal rules, connecting me to all that was and all that will be. They don't abide by mortal laws of time or space. They're in the instinct, in the deja vu, the sense of knowing someone's soul before you've even cleared the fence of introduction to eternal roots. You are the family tree that grows in all directions through all of eternity. You anchor me to something vaster than my little life, to a continuum of struggle, sacrifice, and strife. Enjoy eternal roots, you make me both immense and small, a fleeting note within a never-ending holy call. It says, I am, we are, you are my true immortal part. Hey. When I stand by the ocean or beneath a billion stars, I don't feel insignificant, I don't see mental bars. Between me and the universe, I feel my roots spread out, like cosmic mycelium dissolving fear and doubt. Of separation, that whale song, that's a cousin's melody. That ancient redwood's patience, that's a shared biology. Of being my eternal roots are not just human lines. They're intertwined with oak and fern, with galactic designs and solar winds. And when this leaf called me, let's go, it flutters to the earth. My roots will stay there, hold the memory of my worth. And my essence, they'll feed the next leaf and the next in a design so beautiful and complex, it makes the mortal worry mind fall silent in awe. These are my eternal roots, connecting me to all that was and all that will be. They don't abide by mortal laws of time or space. They're in the instinct, in the deja vu, the sense of knowing someone's soul before you've even cleared the fence of introduction. The eternal roots, you are the family tree that grows in all directions through all of eternity. You anchor me to something vaster than my little life, to a continuum of struggle, sacrifice, and strife. Enjoy eternal roots, you make me both immense and small, a fleeting note within a never-ending holy call that says, I am, we are, you are my true immortal part. Yeah. So I live not just for my own stories, are before the root, for adding my small verse of love, my tender hopeful shoot. To the eternal song, my actions ripple down the line, through DNA and history, through a divine legacy, in its simplicity, to love, to learn, to pass it on. My eternal roots are where my mortal fears are gone. I'm a temporary manifestation of forever, and that thought ties all my loose ends together. Yeah, I have eternal roots, connecting me to all that is, a thread in the great tapestry, when nothing's truly his or hers but ours. They don't need laws, they are the living law of connection. The family tree is neither flaw nor saw. To cut it eternal loose, you the truth I stand upon. You anchor me to galaxies from dusk until the dawn. My being, you make me a universe and just a spark, a
permanent and temporary, singular and collective art of life. I am, we are, I am forever. I am, we are, I am, and these roots. I am, we are, I am. Your music transforms into an ambient drone, like the hum of the universe. The distant chorus sustains a single note, which seems never to end, only to merge with the silence. Forever. Central theme, the spiritual and cosmic connection that transcends individual life, linking us to our ancestors, to humanity as a whole, and even to the universe itself. Eternal Roots speaks to the perception of being part of something infinitely larger and more enduring than the individual self, offering a profound sense of belonging, meaning, and peace in the face of mortality.
What drum remembers through slumber and Decembers. A step, the sound, a story in the ground, it found me. Cultural heritage. Yeah, it's in the curl of my hair, the cadence of my speech, the fools that come from me, just out of history's reach to explain fully. It's in the holiday we keep when the world sleeps, a promise buried deep. To remember, it's the rhythm that my hips find on the floor when a certain song comes on, a rhythm felt before by 1,000 dancing feet in villages I've never seen. It's a fabric woven tight in colors bold and green and red and gold. It's not a costume that I choose to wear, it's the very air I breathe. It's in my skin, it's in my stare, it's my inheritance. Yeah. They try to strip it, bleach it, bury it and call it less than. They try to make me trade its complexity for a simple plan of assimilation. But you can't erase what's in the bone, what's in the lullaby, what's in the ancient steady tone of resilience. My cultural heritage, a fire that survived the drowning flood that rose up from the mirage and burns in me. This is my cultural heritage, a living, breathing art, a beating, proud and complicated, magnificent heart that I carry. Is the spice in my story, the color in my view, the lens through which I see the world and what I know is true about community. Cultural heritage, you're a shield and a song, a history of right and wrong that tells me I belong to something timeless. You're the recipe to dance the prayer, the specific sacred way we express our joy and care. And I grieve, you are not a museum piece, you are alive in my choices, in my voice, in my will to survive and thrive, as we always have. I wear my name with this impossible poetic grace, a melody my ancestors chose for this time and place. For me to sound, I speak the language of my parents, plus my own, a hybrid streetwise global tongue with seeds from what was sown. In the old country, I blend the traditions, make them new for a new world, but the essence shines through. Unbroken, my cultural heritage and static is a stream. It adapts, it flows, it changes, but it honors the same dream. To be seen, to be valued, to contribute our unique hue. So I study the old ways, not to live in yesterday, but to understand the strength that paved my complicated way. At this moment, to draw from the well when I am feeling dry. My cultural heritage is the answer to the why I am so stubbornly, beautifully me. This is my cultural heritage, a living, breathing art, a beating, proud and complicated, magnificent heart that I carry. Is the spice in my story, the color in my view, the lens through which I see the world and what I know is true about community. Cultural heritage, you're a shield and a song, a history of right and wrong that tells
specific, sacred way we express our joy and care. And our grief, you are not a museum piece, you are alive. In my choices, in my voice, in my will to survive and thrive, as we always have. This heritage is a responsibility, a gift to tend, to protect its flame, to help its wounded parts to mend. Yeah, my chapter to be a bridge between the old and new, to say we are still here, we are vibrant, we are true to ourselves. My cultural heritage is my superpower and my weight, my compass and my question, my inherited fate, and my chosen path. I walk with the ghosts of my lineage by my side. In their honor I will not hide, I will amplify. This is my cultural heritage, a living, roving art, a battle pot, a silly and unbreakable heart. I carry you, you're the fire in my story, the truth in my vision, the unifying lens that shows me what is false and true. Cultural heritage, you're my soul, my shield, my song, the history I'm writing, the place where I belong. To the future, you're the Rex, the bang I'm seasoning anew, the dance I'm freestyling, the ancient evolving prayer coming true. You are not behind glass, you're alive in my fight, in my love, in my music, in my relentless light. I am my heritage, and it is me. We are free.
Central B, the living legacy of tradition. Language, art, cuisine, and values passed down by a specific culture. Cultural heritage explores this as a bilateral, resilient identity and source of pride, which does not.
The highway's hum is fading, the city's glow degrading, the fireflies in a slower moon. I'm tuning to a different tune, back to the roots. I got so good at the concrete language, the elevator pitch. The skyline was my cathedral, I never felt the itch. For quiet I was climbing ladders made of glass and steel and light. My roots were just a faded photograph, out of frame, out of sight. And mine, but a hollow grew inside the hustle, a silent echoing cave, where the noise of my success is just a fancy lonely wave, crashing into nothing, I'd forgotten what my own name sounded like. In the accent of my hometown, in the soft, forgiving light of a portrait. So I packed a single suitcase, left the keycard on the desk, traded my portfolio for a simpler burning, yes. I'm remembering the GPS lost signal on the older road, and my heart had found its frequency, it shed its heavy load. Pretension, with every mile I felt a love. Lay a peel away, I was going back to the roots at the end of the day to find my beginning. I'm going back to the roots where the signal's always clear, in the silence between crickets and the things you hold most dear. Without them, back to the roots, to the smell of rain on dust, to the people who remember you, not what you do but who you must be at your core. Back to the roots, to the unedited truth of a childhood tree of an uncool timeless booth. At the diner I'm going back, not to escape but to recover the pieces of my soul that I had taught myself to leave behind for better, back to the roots. To drink from the well that knows my thirst by name, and has a different story to tell about who I am. I need to remember. The old house needs paint, the fence is leaning with a side, but the oak tree in the backyard still scrapes the same blue sky. Miss Mary next door waves, same apron, grayer hair. She said, child, I got pie like I was always there. The air is thick with memory and with growing things is sweet. I kick off my expensive shoes, I feel the earth beneath my feet. And it's home I held my daddy fix to sing, my hands recall a rhythm they never lost, a city's tower urgent call. It's a whisper here, and in the quiet I can hear my own thoughts for the first time in years here. Not anxieties but curiosities, not ambitions but cheers, for the simple fact of being the roots are still here. Strong and deep, they were just waiting for me to come home from my sleep. Walking, I'm going back to the roots where the signal's always clear, in the silence between crickets and the things you hold most dear. Without think back to the roots, to the smell of rain on dust, to the people who remember you, not what you do but who you must be at your core. Back to the roots, to the unedited truth of a childhood tree of an uncool timeless booth. At the diner I'm going back, not to escape but to recover the pieces of my soul that I had taught myself to leave behind for better. Back to the roots, to drink from the well that knows my thirst by name and has a different story to tell about who I am. I need to remember. This isn't a regression, it's a recalibration, a pilgrimage to the source of my own inspiration. The city taught me how to strive, how to build, how to compete. The roots will teach me how to be, how to feel, how to be complete without a title. So I'll stay a while, I'll listen to the land. I'll let these roots remind me of the original plan, to live connected to love, specifically to grow authentically. Then I can go back to the world and take this root in me, a long forever change. I came back to the roots where the signal's crystal clear, in the heartbeat of the quiet and the things I hold so dear. I remember back to the roots, to the taste of rain and dust, to the love that knows you completely, not for what you do with you, because you are. Back to the roots, I found the unfounded truth in the rings inside the old tree, in the timeless sage's booth that the soul's down to rock. Came back not to hide but to believe in the pieces of my spirit that I should never have left to grieve for more. Back to the roots, I drank deeply from the well that sang my name in whispers and had a miracle to tell I am enough. Right here in these roots, I am home. I am home. Take a breath, the journey back to